True scary story. I was home alone one night. My parents had gone out for dinner, and it was just me in the house. I wasn't scared or anything. I've been home alone before. I was just sitting on the couch watching TV when I heard a knock at the front door. At first, I thought maybe it was one of my neighbors or something, but it was pretty late, and I wasn't expecting anyone. So I got up and went to the door, and as I got closer, I felt a little uneasy. The knocking wasn't normal. It was slow and soft, like whoever was outside was being careful not to be too loud. I looked through the peephole, and that's when I saw him. There was a man standing at my door. He was wearing dark clothes, and his hood was pulled over his head, so I couldn't see his face. He was just standing there, not moving, not saying anything. I didn't know what to do, so I stood there for a second, frozen. Then I asked, "Who is it?" But there was no answer. I started to feel really creeped out, so I just stood there, staring through the peephole, hoping he would leave, but he didn't. He stayed there, completely still. After a minute, I backed away from the door, but I kept watching him through the peephole. Then, slowly, he tilted his head up, and I saw his face. Well, part of it. He was smiling, but it wasn't a normal smile. It was creepy, like he was enjoying this. I ran away from the door and grabbed my phone. I didn't know what to do, so I called my parents. My hands were shaking, and I could barely speak. I told them someone was at the door, and they said they'd be home as soon as they could. I was terrified. As I sat in the living room trying to calm down, I heard it again. The knocking, but this time, it was softer. And then, something even worse. I heard tapping like metal against the door, like he was scraping something against it. I wanted to scream, but I didn't. I just sat there, frozen, staring at the door from the other side of the room. Eventually, it stopped. I don't know how long it had been, but the silence was deafening. I stayed where I was until my parents got home. When they came in, I ran to them and told them everything. My dad checked outside, but the man was gone. There was nothing left but scratch marks on the door. We called the police, and they came to check it out. The scariest part, they said there had been reports of a man in the area trying to get into people's homes late at night. They never caught him. Even now, I'm still scared when I'm alone at night. I keep thinking about that smile, and what would have happened if I had opened the door.